Welcome, Corey on Sports here. Now, Shedeur Sanders has been the best player out of rookie minicamp. Now that it's over, it's Wednesday, it was this past weekend, we have had time to think about it and reevaluate and read every article that there is. He was simply the best in Brown's minicamp, or was he? It depends on who you ask. If we're going to be totally honest with each other, if we're going to look yourself in the mirror and you're going to stare into your soul, because according to Tony Grossi, Cleveland Browns media personality, the people that we want to trust with our news, he says Dillon Gabriel was above a Shedeur Sanders. And I quote, while expectations were high for Sanders, it was Gabriel, the former Oregon standout, who reportedly stood out. I thought both days Gabriel looked a little bit better. He throws a beautiful ball, a beautiful spiral, and he was very assertive. He knows the pocket. You can tell that even though they're not rushing, he just has a pocket presence. Better arm strength than I thought. The numbers are only thing that don't lie. You can say that he's short. Yeah, he's 5'11", so he's short. I thought Gabriel was a little better both days. Doesn't mean Shedeur Sanders is a bust or anything. The other guy just looks better. So that is the eyes of Tony Grossi. You know, listen, he's been doing this for a while. So who is it for me to say that Dillon Gabriel didn't look better? Now, there were highlights going on. You've seen the highlights of both Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. A lot of people felt like Shedeur Sanders looked better. I seen LaShawn McCoy when he was on Speak. He was saying Shedeur Sanders looked better. You had fans that said Shedeur Sanders looked better. Now, listen. You're usually in the camp of, if you like or if you love Shedeur Sanders, then Shedeur Sanders was the best player coming out of rookie minicamp for the Cleveland Browns. If you don't like Shedeur Sanders, any player looks better than Shedeur Sanders coming out of minicamp. It could be Dillon Gabriel. It can be Harold Fannin Jr., okay? It can be Jerry Jeudy. Wait a minute, he's not a rookie. It didn't matter, okay? That player looked better than Shedeur Sanders in your eyes because you don't like Shedeur Sanders. So Tony Grossi, he didn't like Baker Mayfield. So if you need a history of Tony Grossi, if he picks a player he doesn't like, he's going to ride that player until the end of time. So I'm not saying he doesn't like Shedeur Sanders. I don't know because I am not inside his brain. I have never talked to Tony Grossi, so I cannot say he doesn't like Shedeur Sanders. But right now, he is saying that Dillon Gabriel is better of the two right now. Well, then you have the other side of the spectrum, where they're saying Shedeur Sanders was the best player out of minicamp, the title of the video. That's why I named it that. There was an article that I found on the internet saying that Shedeur Sanders is now coming for Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. He was the best quarterback in camp. He was the best that they seen in Cleveland. So who do we believe? And let me get the article for you. Wait a minute. It was from Gustavo Rivadeneira. Now, he cited his information from Zack Jackson, who was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show talking about Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. And here's what he had to say about the two and who he thought was better when he took a look at the situation during rookie minicamp.
Throwing the ball, it's not close. Shedeur Sanders.
It's not close
not
either.
Close, no.
Wow, that's okay. Now that's news.
That's news. But let me couch that by saying this is rookie minicamp. Jay, they're on the field. They break the huddle from team stretch and team jog, and they go both pick up the ball and throw it. It's no question.
So there you have it. So you have Zack Jackson there talking about rookie minicamp. Shedeur Sanders just completely throws the ball better than Dillon Gabriel. In his opinion, he actually watched them throw the football, and he's saying Shedeur Sanders looks better. So you have one end of the spectrum that says Dillon Gabriel. You have one end of the spectrum that says Shedeur Sanders. So who do we believe? I'm going to say there's more chapters to come to this story of rather we roll with Shedeur Sanders is playing better than Dillon Gabriel or Dillon Gabriel's playing better than Shedeur Sanders. Now, I am a very transparent person. If it's your new time to the channel, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel, and I'm going to keep it real. I want Shedeur Sanders to be better than Dillon Gabriel. Okay, I didn't want Dillon Gabriel on this team. If you stayed on this channel, or if you were here before Shedeur got here, you never heard me once say, boy, I hope the Browns go and get Dillon Gabriel. I never said it once. It never uttered out of my mouth. So now, why would I want Dillon Gabriel to beat out Shedeur Sanders for the starting quarterback position? Now, if he happens to do it, then I'll root for him because it's part of my team. But I want Shedeur Sanders to end up being the better quarterback. I think that he has a brighter future in the NFL. That's just me. So if I had to root for one end of the spectrum, that's the side I'm rooting for. But it's a little early. It's just a little early. I always say this in training camp. It's just shorts and a helmet. It's shorts and a helmet. I could really care less or really take note until they put on the pads and we see a football game. And now let me dissect how they're really doing. Listen, Deshaun Watson looked great in shorts and a helmet, and we see how that turned out as Browns fans. Didn't turn out very well, okay? So if I had to go from one end of the spectrum, who do I want to believe? It'll be Zack Jackson, because I've seen Tony Grossi's track record with liking or disliking quarterbacks, okay? So I'm going to go with Zack Jackson if I have to go with one end or the other. But I'm going to have to wait until they put on the pads and they go out in a football game and they read a defense with a rush and they're blitzing. They're not blitzing, cover 2, cover 3, man-to-man, and then go from there. But I want to side with Zack Jackson if I have to pick one or the other. Another thing that happened in Browns news today is the schedule came out of who the Browns are going to play. Before I leave out of here, the NFL hates Cleveland, okay? The NFL hates Cleveland. It gave us our road opponents and our home opponents. On the road, the Browns play the Baltimore Ravens. They're in our division, of course. The Bengals, the Steelers. Those are our division opponents. We're always going to play them. Then we play the Chicago Bears, not going to be a slouch. The Detroit Lions, thank you very much. The New England Patriots, okay. The New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. That is our road schedule. Now let's talk about home, okay? The Baltimore Ravens, the Bengals and the Steelers, get that out the way. The Green Bay Packers. Excuse me, the Buffalo Bills. What? The Miami Dolphins. Okay, the San Francisco 49ers. Are we kidding me? The Tennessee Titans, and then the Minnesota Vikings week 5 in London. So we have a morning game this year. I just want to say, does the NFL just not like Cleveland? Can we get an easy schedule one time or another? So you let me know in the comment section. What do you think about the schedule for the Browns? We don't have who we play week by week. Rumor has it we play the Bengals week 1 of the season. We've done that before. The last time that happened, we did win week 1, so that's a positive. But what do you think about the schedule? About who the Browns play? Isn't it fair? Can't we get an easier schedule, NFL? Thank you so much. We got some tough opponents on that schedule. And is Shedeur Sanders the best player coming out of rookie camp from the highlights that you've seen? I tried to post most of them that I can on the page. Who do you think was the best player? Is it somebody else? Am I missing someone? You let me know in the comment section. And it's all love once again. I appreciate everybody who watched the videos. Hit the likes, hit the shares, hit those notifications. It is greatly appreciated. And do that on this one too. Like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications. And if you're here at the end of the video, at the end of your comment, just hashtag minicamp. It lets me know you made it all the way to the end, and I greatly appreciate all of you. Until next time, it's all love. Peace.